Hello, and welcome to Things I've Learned. My name is Allie, and today we're going to be talking about budgeting. Scary, I know, a little controversial, but we're going to talk about it. First, if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, comment, like, let us know what other videos you want us to make so we can keep this series going. So, budgeting, first and foremost, what is it? Essentially, a budget is a roadmap of what exactly you're spending, how your money is being spent, right? So, why are we budgeting? That's the first thing we need to look at here. So, are we budgeting to save more? Are we budgeting to pay off that debt? That's me. Are we budgeting to save up for a big vacation? Also me. I don't want you guys to live paycheck to paycheck. I have done that and it is not fun. So we are going to take control of our money and we are going to empower ourselves to be able to track our money for our benefit. So we're going to jump right in. So first, let's talk about the different ways that you guys can budget. There is pen and paper, old school. I'm sure people do that still. I don't. Two is an Excel spreadsheet. That's what I use. The Virgo in me loves to see all the lines, make it look all pretty. Awesome. Three, there's plenty of budgeting apps. There is Mint. There is You Need a Budget. And I think Dave Ramsey also has an app. So lots of options there. So let's get into the nitty gritty of budgeting. So first, you got to figure out what you're spending your money on. Look at your bank account. Let's be real here. What are we spending money on? Because I swear sometimes I get a paycheck and all of a sudden it's gone and I don't know where it went. So let's look at what we're spending. So is that the extra five trips to Starbucks, or is that an extra Target trip? Whatever it is, let's look at all that spending because sometimes we don't know where our money's going. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we're going to lay out all of our expenses. So these are must-haves. This is your rent. This is your insurance. This is your car payment. This is your health insurance. This is your gas, food, all the necessities that you have to have each month. We're going to write all those down. The next thing is we're going to write all the things that maybe we could cut a little. So is that eating out for you? Is that going on lots of trips? Is that shopping? Whatever that is, we still want to keep that in our budget because we want to know where that money's going. And I don't want you to cut that out because, I want you to still live. I love eating out. That's in my budget. If it's in my budget, it's in your budget. So whatever that is for you. So that's the next thing. Then we're going to see what can we cut on. So for me, let's say I have Netflix, right? Maybe I can steal my sister's Netflix password. Or if it's eating out all the time, you can cut that. Or whatever it is, you can figure out a way to cut. Obviously, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, that's a whole nother story. So, so let's recap. 1, why are we doing this? 2, we're going to figure out what we're spending on. 3, we're going to see what our expenses are, the non-negotiables. 4, we are going to figure out where can we have a little leeway here? Where can we cut spending a little? So are you going to Starbucks every day? Are you eating out every meal? That's something where you can cut out. You can meal prep. You don't need to cut out every single thing. I don't want you to do that. If you like going to Starbucks, go to Starbucks 2 or 3 times a week. Let's start out small because I don't want you to go cold turkey because you're not going to have fun. It's budgeting like that that's not how we're doing it. So, then the next thing, we're going to subtract all of our expenses and maybe our fun budget from exactly what we're getting paid. So at the end of that, we're going to see what we're left with. And whatever we're left with, we're going to put that into savings. We're going to put that into debt. We're going to put that into another like travel fund, whatever you want, but one, pay yourself, save. That's the biggest thing. You need to have an emergency fund. That's a whole nother story. That's saving can be, that's a whole nother video. But make sure to include all of this in your budget so that future you is happy. Because I mean, I'm approaching 30. I want to save for my retirement, obviously. I want to save for my kids. I want to buy a house. There's like so many things that I want to do. And if I'm not taking control of my money, then we're not gonna be able to do them. So one, figure out your why. Two, figure out how you're gonna track this budget. Three, figure out your expenses, your necessities. Four, figure out your other spending habits. So that's shopping or eating out or your Netflix, going to the movies, whatever it is. And then five, you're going to subtract all that and figure out, okay, here's what I have left. And what you have left is where you're going to invest in yourself, invest in your debt payoff, invest in whatever it is, so that you can get ahead and so that you're not living paycheck to paycheck. So that should be all of the top. These are very high level tips. If you want to hear more, dive into a little bit more about budgeting, a little bit more about saving, debt payoff. I am currently paying off my credit card debt and my student debt and event in the next couple years saving for a house. So if you want me to talk about these things, if you want Ron to talk about those things, we're happy to talk about them. So just let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.